being in a big truck, right? Like, I guarantee you the teachers are like, isn't this big truck great? So hopefully we shifted that fear and they were like, oh, this is cool, riding through a big truck, because that can definitely leave a mark on you. Wettest August on record, Jackson, Mississippi, 11.55. This is for August, and August isn't over yet, and we're getting more rain, so that number is going to go up. Just yesterday in Jackson, we had a record 5.05 inches of rain. Monroe, Louisiana, 16.21, but again, we could have more rain with this system. Look at all the water reports, high water reports. Anywhere you see a house in a wave, that's a high water report. Meridian, Mississippi, 4.61. Vicksburg, Mississippi, 2.9 record inches of rain. Those were records in both places. And notice how we have the Pearl River has popped up here, but it's not going down. And there's actually flood warnings along these rivers here because it's going to take a while. We are still seeing rain. And so things are going to continue to stay high. And don't forget, everything drains down. And so anything that was north of there, that is going to go in as well. So our current level is 30.18, and that means that water under some homes near the river in the Byram area, minor flooding into the lowland areas, and there are your flood advisories. So this is why I say those numbers could go up, and those rivers are not going to go down. We still have flood watches posted for us. The heavier shield of rain has moved its way into Georgia and South Carolina. Not as juicy and soupy as we've seen over the last couple of days, but I will say it's going to be a wet drive there on I-20 for us. I-85, you're going to be pretty wet. And then going through the day, we still have that moisture in place. But notice where that possibility is for flooding. Back in those same areas where we saw it again, that's where your juicier atmosphere is, not necessarily into spots like northern Georgia. We got to move out of Jordan, but I just want to show you real quick. Look at all of that juice yet again, and you know it's not going to take a lot in order to do what we are and aren't dealing with. And there's something that's actually quite interesting. I think that this area to watch is pretty interesting because both models are picking up on it, but they're taking it that this is something that if you live in Florida, all along the Gulf Coast to Texas, just keep watching because as it goes here through the Caribbean, makes its way towards the Gulf of Mexico, things potentially could change. Also, 20% chance of storms coming off, of the storm coming off of Africa. And we'll see more and more of these coming off, but these are so far out that you don't necessarily have to worry about these. You got to pay attention to them. But what I want to focus on is what is going to happen with this storm. You see it coming in. The European wants to take this more towards Mexico, Central America, the Yucatan. Okay, so that's where the European wants to take this system. The GFS, however, wants to take this system and takes it in the same path to begin with. So we're pretty good with that. But then it wants to take a bit of a right hook. And so we'll see what happens with that system as we go over time. How much is left of the entire season? Still 78%. And don't forget, we max out late August into early September. Jordan.
All right, from here, we're going to just jump.
That is heartbreaking because even just a foot of water can cause so much damage. You have to worry about mold, everything like that. Hopefully they're able to get in there and rip out the drywall if they have it to get everything to dry out. You're watching America's Morning Headquarters on this Thursday, August 25th. Flash flood triggers water rescues, evacuations, and road closures after heavy rain inundates central Mississippi, forcing some residents to wade through thigh-high water. A flood watch remains in effect until 7 o'clock Central tonight. And Jim, it's not going to take a lot of rain in order to cause flooding again because it's still moist. If you look at the atmosphere, how much water they can squeeze out, they're like in the 75th plus percentile of moisture they can squeeze out.
Right. And isn't it interesting how we've gone this week? It was
over a month's worth of rain in Jackson in a matter of hours.
Right. And can you believe the highest? These are dramatic.
Yes.
These are dramatic situations for these people.
It's really hard to cope with. And then you're stuck without any of your belongings. You're safe, but you have nothing with you.
Right.
You don't even have a toothbrush. You know, I mean.
Right. And some have lost everything.
Some have lost everything. It's really, really tough. And unfortunately, we're going to see more rain here along the I-10 and also the I-20 corridors for you here. You might get delayed at the airport like Atlanta. You can do one of those sleep pods. They have a lot of live music at the Atlanta airport these days, so maybe just sit. Yeah, the last few times I've traveled, there's been a lot of live music. When's the last time you were at the airport? It's been a minute, I feel like.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry you missed it.
Jumped up to Hartford.
I was in 2 different terminals and I heard live music. So there you go. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to